Hi Pisces, I hope you guys are all doing really well. So this is going to be a message for those of you with Pisces strongly in your chart. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. If you've been here before, well, hello. Did I say my name was Lucy? Hi. If you've been here before, you know that I always pull a card or two just to kind of get into the energy of the reading before we pull cards here together on cam, just to kind of connect with my guides while they connect with yours to bring the message through. So, and also if you're interested, I'm here multiple times a week for Pisces. So Pisces, we've got two cards came through. We have movement and we have rescue. Now what's interesting, if I can get the glare off, if you look at these cards, there's a hot air balloon in this card and this card. There's not hot air balloons in all these cards in this deck. And it's almost like this is like a zoomed in lens on this rescue card, but it's like you're on the back of this, what is that, like a huge, like a giant ostrich or something, or an emu, I don't know. It's like there's movement coming in here, like you're being rescued in some way. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, you're a damsel in distress. It's like spirit is rescuing you. It might come through the form as a human being, but it's like, I feel like you're coming out of a period of like restriction or stagnation, and movement forward is here. I feel like you're making changes like inwardly and outwardly. Some of you, like, you're changing your schedule, you're changing your hair, you're just like, you're ready to shake things up, you're ready to change things up, is what I'm feeling here for you. And I feel like support is on the way. So I don't know if you've like sometimes we're afraid to ask other human beings for help, right? Or like, I feel stuck in this area of my life, like I could really use like some advice. I think it's easier to ask for advice than it is to ask for other forms of support sometimes, because we don't want to be like it's like, I don't want you to just say yes if you don't want to do it, right? If you like, we human beings can be funny, right? Even though we most of the time wouldn't care if somebody else asked us for help, we'd be like, heck yeah, I'll help you, like just let me know. I feel like spirit is like, okay, Pisces needs something, so we're sending in we're sending someone in, we're sending something in for Pisces to get this ball rolling, you know what I mean? And it's almost like magic. It's like do you see the hot air balloon? It's like, it looks empty. In this one, it's like, oh, nobody's coming to get me off of this thing's back. And then all of a sudden somebody's head pops up and they've got this, we'll just use binoculars because I can't remember the term for what this person is using. It's like a single lens binocular, right? And they're like, oh my god, Pisces is down there, like we've got to go get Pisces. Like, why is Pisces, we got to get them in this hot air balloon and take them where they need to go. It's like what's coming through, because the only other way would be for you to hop down this waterfall, which is giving me like Bram Stoker's Dracula vibes, which would not be good. I mean, I know you are a water sign, Pisces, but there's a lot of earth on the way down right there. Yeah. You're not taking the slide. You are getting picked up and parachuted, or, like hot air ballooned somewhere else. So interesting. Okay, let's get into some more energies for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know right now, Spirit? Yeah, we've got door to Spirit. This keeps coming through for you. So this is like new opportunities that open up because you've asked Spirit for it. Like, it's New beginnings, spiritual awakenings. It's a 5. 32 breaks down to a 5, which is about change. Can also bring a little bit of chaos with it. Oh God, we have cornucopia. Like I wrote on this card, wishes fulfilled. This is like you're being gifted. You've asked for something, Pisces, and this is an 11, which is divine. Did something else flip? Yeah, we have appreciation. Pisces, what is this? Pisces is getting a gift. I don't know if it's like, I mean, it is your birthday season. Happy birthday, Pisces. I'm a Pisces too, but I'm a very late Pisces, so it won't be until mid-March. But we have the second chakra, the sacral, which is about like emotional and physical intimacy, creativity. You've got some kind of wish being fulfilled, some kind of gift that's coming through from spirit. I feel like and I've mentioned this in your past readings here recently, like you've done a lot of work on yourself. And I feel like if you think about this, this rescue card, and I talked about like we often don't like to ask for help. The most help we can get is from spirit. And I feel like like there's this energy of like, I know if I ask God, the universe, my angels, ancestors, guides to help me, like something will happen. Like I know that I'm always taken care of no matter what is going on around me. I know that everything is always working out. And like this appreciation, that attitude of gratitude, like even if I'm standing in these bramble bushes, there's this beautiful flower here to appreciate. I can focus my energy on what is good, what I appreciate. Like even if I am, stranded up here, there's fresh water for me to drink. Like I do have a really nice view. I can see the big picture from where I'm at. Some of you, it's almost like you're getting a very fresh perspective. You're getting like a big picture perspective, and you're seeing an answer. You're seeing a way out or the way forward to move out of a maybe like a stuck position. Some of you, this is inward, like maybe you've been feeling stagnant or stuck, just like on like in your personal life, right? Others of you, maybe it's outward. Maybe you felt like your career has been stagnant, or your relationships with other people have been stagnant. And it's like, I'm going to focus on me. What can I change about me? Or like I said, some of you, it's like you want to bring more fun into your life, or like more enjoyment. It's like, what if I color my hair? What if I change up the way I dress? And you're like doing things that make you feel good inwardly, and it's like completely changing maybe other people's perspective of you, or the way that people interact with you, or for some of you, it's like it's helping you to manifest something, like some kind of forward movement. You're getting a wish. This wish is going to be different for all of you, obviously. There's a lot of Pisces out there. I feel like Spirit is saying make a wish as well. Yeah, we have the shaman just popped out. Trust in higher forces. I love that owl right there on his head. There's this wisdom, this spiritual wisdom. I feel like you are going through a spiritual awakening, which happens multiple times in our lives. We don't just have one. You might say, I'm already spiritually awakened, Lucy. There's different levels, definitely. Oh God, there's something about the drum, which the drum is like the heartbeat, and the heartbeat of the universe, of That just gave me chills on my legs, which is interesting because usually they'd happen on my forearms. Maybe that has to do with the movement. Like you are getting in flow with the movement of the universe. Yeah, we have the stag coming through, a very abundant energy. This is like the King of Pentacles. And it says, trust and thrive. What did I say about like, you're coming into this wisdom where you know, like if I ask the universe for help, they're gonna send me help. Like they're gonna give me answers. They're gonna open up doors for me. This feels really, really nice. Let's get into, do I want to get into the tarot or do I want to pull? I want to pull a mystical shaman card because that shaman came out. We might have to read it from the guidebook. Some of these, I love this deck, but there's so many cards in this deck, and I try to work with it a lot, but it's hard to, it's not the tarot, you know, it's hard to remember all the energies that go along with oracle cards in multiple decks. But we'll see if it's more of a visual thing or if we need the message. Some of you could be, shamans. You could have, you could be mystics, shamans. I heard witch. Someone could be a witch. I heard white witch. Okay, someone could be a white witch. They could call themselves a white witch, which would be like white would be light. Pisces. Yeah, we have the spiral. This keeps coming through, this energy in your readings recently. Oh God, and the sweat lodge underneath. Yeah, you are sweating it out. You're shedding an old skin, releasing old paradigms, old beliefs, letting go of things that have held you back, things that have maybe kept you stuck, so that you can see a different future for yourself. Write a different future for yourself than the experiences that you've had in the past. And there's another deck that I have, I can't remember which one, but I never thought about this with the snake energy before and like shedding a skin, but it talks about like carrying the venom of, which venom is like poison and anger, right? Of past experiences and interactions with people, and that does no harm to anyone except for yourself, or it does the most harm to you, right? Like it's very important to heal and let that go, and it can be a very tender process. I feel like a lot of you have already worked through this, and this is a 50, which breaks down to a 5, and then the 0 talks about spirit being right there with you, helping you through this process. But this is talking about like the cycles of life. Now I'm hearing the facts of life. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember that show on TV, The Facts of Life. So it was like on TV, there was this show called The Facts of Life, and it was based around this group of girls who were at an all-girls school. And it was, they all lived in this house together. I think it was based around like 4 or 5 girls, because it's a show, right? So it's just kind of, you know, it's like zoomed in. And it's like all the things that these girls are going through as they're like going through puberty. And I mean, that is really like, as you are becoming a human, not a human, like a person, an adult, like that's like the hardest, sometimes it feels like the hardest stage of your life because you're figuring out who you are, right? And think about, they're like in this show, they're not at home, they're living in like a boarding school, like in a home together with a woman who is basically like their mom, right? Like she takes care of them and helps make sure that they stick to a schedule and, you know, they're doing all the things, and a curfew and all that. But they're kind of like young adults, even though because their parents aren't like right there the way that most parents, you know, are or would be. There's something about that. Like there could be something coming through about the way that you parent yourself, or the way you take care of yourself, the way you see yourself. I just heard, I don't give up. Some of you are getting to the point where you're like, I don't really care what other people think. I don't really care if they agree with the decisions that I make. I don't really care if, I don't care if you think I'm pretty. I don't care. Like, if you want to be friends with me and you like me, that's great. Come on in. But if you don't, I don't really care. Like that could be, and that's a hard thing when you're a teenager. Maybe that's like why that's coming through. Because like when you are that age, it's like all you want is to be accepted. You want to feel like part of the group. You want to feel accepted. You want to feel appreciated. And it's like you're seeing the bigger perspective. You're seeing that there's beauty in everybody being different. And this could be something you figured out a long time ago, but you had pieces of it that you had to work through. It can be hard when like you're trying to make big decisions in life and you've got eyes on you and you feel like they're judging every choice you make, and that can keep you stuck as well, right? Because your instincts can say, I want to do this. Or I feel like this is a good decision, but I know other people aren't going to agree with that, so I'm like, I'm very hesitant. There could be this hesitancy, or could have been in the past, and I feel like you're just like, screw that, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to trust in higher forces. It's funny, you've got trust in both this stag and the shaman. Trust in higher forces and trust and thrive. So it's like their trust is very important at this time for you, Pisces. I feel like you're developing strong trust and faith in the universe, in God, whatever you believe in, whatever you call that. Let's get into the tarot, Pisces. Goodness, we're already 1822. I'm sorry if you can hear the donkeys outside. It's like, yeah, there's donkeys here, and okay. Oh my gosh, Pisces. Yeah, you've got the Eight of Cups and the Hierophant underneath the deck, which talks about letting go, walking away of old beliefs, old paradigms, old ways of living, old ways of thinking about things that were most likely taught to you, traditions possibly that are unfulfilling, unsatisfying, and going towards, you know, beliefs that are more suited to you. Some of you grew up in maybe like a very traditional kind of way, or there were just beliefs that were there's something coming through, and usually spirit talks to me in ways that I understand. So like my family, I grew up in a very not like hugely religious, but like a religious household, and I was baptized Methodist and all that. And the God that my like grandparents would talk about was, you know, like a very I'm gonna discipline you. Like, don't do anything bad, don't do anything wrong, or like, you know, God is gonna smite you. Like, you know, like you have to obey the rules. And my mom was very like half and half, like God is so loving, God adores you, and then at the same time she still had that like from her grandparents and parents, like, but don't break any rules because then it won't be good. Like, but then there was always that energy of like, but he's forgiving. You know what I mean? Like, it was just very like, this is confusing. Does he love me, and is he okay with me, or do I have to think all the time, like, is this gonna make God mad? Is he gonna punish me if I make this choice? Like, I think you've come to the point where you're like, that maybe the God that I grew up with, or maybe the faith that I grew up with is not the faith for me. Like, my relationship with my God is different, or the universe, you know, like your spiritual team, however you see it, right? Because it's so much more vast, right? Than I can't articulate for everyone. I hope you understand, like, just fit that to your situation, if it resonates with you. But we've got the 9 of Wands here and the 7 of Swords, Pisces. Now, this is a very beautiful progression. This is what we're starting with. And I feel like this is the energy that you're moving out of. The 9 of Wands is like somebody who's been through a lot of trials and a lot of challenges, and they may be very protective of themselves. Like, you may work through a lot of things in your life on your own. It's like, I don't want to ask for help. I don't want to feel like I need help. Like, I want to be able to figure things out by myself. And even if they're confusing, like, that's the rut that this feels like, is like, I can't figure something out, like, and it feels very stuck, and I've built up these walls around myself. And the 7 of Swords can talk about like a situation where it's just like, I really have to use my brain. Like, this is complicated. People don't talk about everybody says the 7 of Swords is like lying, cheating, stealing. The energy of the 7 of Swords is really when something really needs, it's not an obvious answer, right? Like, I really have to use my, like, I'm doing something that is not, how do I put this, Spirit? Like, sometimes it can be hiding things, right? It can be lying. It can be a little bit manipulative, but that's not like the main energy of the card. It's like when you have to use your head to figure something out that's very complicated. And it's usually taking like a path that's less traveled, or, you know, like, I have to be very, sometimes you have to keep things from other people. Sometimes you have to figure things out as you go, and you have to be very cautious. It's like a cautious energy sometimes as well. But you're not doing things by the book. You sometimes you're even like, Spirit is trying to say something and it's like not coming through. Hold on. Because there's a special energy with that card that's coming through, and it doesn't have like the traditional, something feels like it hasn't been fair, Pisces. Like, we've got the 2 of Pentacles here as well, which can talk about like this or that, or negotiating, or, you know, trying to find a balance. And the 9 of Wands and 7 of Swords says something has been very out of whack, very imbalanced. And I have to figure out how to bring this into balance. it's like something that the mind cannot figure out, and you have to be like, you need spirit to rescue you. This is like, and I'm not just like, if this doesn't resonate with you, then don't force this to fit. But you guys are getting rescued. Like, there's this wish fulfillment. There's this door opening up for you from spirit. And there's all this bounty, all this abundance on the other side of this door. Some of you, Saturn has very much restricted you. With Saturn being in Pisces, it's almost like trying to swim with weights around your ankles, or like, which can come through as like feeling very lethargic during the day, right? Like everything that you want to do, it's just like, oh, but I feel so run down. Or feeling like, it depends on where that is in your chart, but it just feels like whatever area of your life that is, it's like, I can't get it to move. It takes so much work to get this to move. And you've got the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles coming through here for you. When I talk about cornucopia, when I talk about wish fulfillment, success, abundance, on the other side of this door for you, that's what I mean. The 10 of Pentacles is the ultimate success, the ultimate achievement. It is a huge amount of abundance, a lot of wealth. Some of you need to hear that word, a lot of wealth, money, not just abundance, or yeah, you need to hear money, wealth. Some of you have affirmations around resources, money, wealth, time, and your mind may be very touchy around those things. I feel like you, Page of Pentacles here, and it's like there's a new door opening for you, like I've talked about, but like in your mind, in regards to money, resources, wealth. And it's connecting with your emotions in a way that is very peaceful and calm, in a way that maybe in the past it was not like that. Like some of you, like I talked about with beliefs, like maybe you believed that you would never make a certain amount of money, or you know, that it wasn't possible, or maybe you always felt like you couldn't feel love for a job or a career, or you know what I mean, like how you make your money. Like, well, it's always going to be hard, it's always going to be a struggle. Some of you had come to terms with that, because I just heard come to terms. And that is changing. That is that is not moving forward with you. I want to clarify this Ace of Cups. There's something about the way you love yourself, the way you view yourself, and then how that is reflected back to you, and the experiences that open up to you when you see yourself differently. Yeah, Pisces, you've got the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. I feel like a lot of you, like the Five of Cups talks about disappointments and things not working out, right? The Four of Pentacles is like holding on to that. The Queen of Pentacles is resources, and it's like, I feel like a lot of you, for a long time, you held on to past experiences or past teachings about money and resources. And there's something about the way you're loving yourself now and the way you are appreciating yourself more, maybe. Or there's just this like appreciation for yourself, and seeing yourself in a different light, loving yourself in a new way, which is like changing things around. And instead of focusing on the losses maybe you've had in the past, you're focused more on, there's this optimism for the future. Like yeah, give me more on this Ten of Pentacles for Pisces. Yeah, we've got the Five of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. The Five and Seven of Wands are very like defensive energies. Like I have to fight for what I want. I have to face challenges. I have to learn to be the best. Like I have to be the best. And I don't think that's the case anymore. I feel like, because like this Nine of Pentacles is like a very independent energy. This is the old energy of like when I'm not working with spirit, when I'm just trying to do things on my own, like I feel like I have to fight. I have to be the best. I have to, whatever that means for you. Like I have to be on point all the time. Like I have to, like there's this feeling of I have to. And there's this grace when you connect with spirit and you trust in the higher forces and you trust in the universe that everything is working out for you. All the situations, there's like all these opportunities coming in for you now because you're letting go. There's this feeling of like letting go. Releasing control. Some of you have felt like you had to be very controlled or in control of situations. And that can cause stagnance, right? Yeah, we've got the Four of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and Temperance with this Seven of Swords. And I feel like a lot of you, there was this like, the Four of Cups is like trying to manifest something and just not getting it right. Like basically all of the components for what you need are there, but it's like I have to do more work than I want to do to get this. Like, and the Knight of Wands is like, I want to do it now. I want it now. I want to do it now. I want things to move fast. There's this fire, there's this passion, but then like the world around you, it's just being like dissatisfied. And Temperance is like finding this balance. I feel like the world around you feels like it's catching up with you, like with your energy. You may feel like you've already like let go of old beliefs and like shed that skin that I was talking about, and like you're like feeling the energy of impatience because you're like, I've shifted my vibration, I've shifted my energy, I've worked through 34 when I just looked up at the clock. I've worked through all of this. It's like, why is my outer world not reflecting this to me yet? And Spirit is like, trust. Just trust. You're right where you're supposed to be. We are right here. We're coming to your rescue right now. We're about to change things in a big way. And it's funny, she's like, I didn't really think about this until now. Which it would be you on this card for me. Like you're standing right here waiting and you're looking out like, where is my rescue? And you can't, because you've got this like brick around your head, almost like the Eight of Swords, right? Like there's this opening right here, but all you can see is forward. And the rescue is coming up behind you and you can't see it, but you're looking out, and there's this impatience, like, I'm supposed to be picked up. Like they're supposed to pick me up. And where are they? And they're just coming from a direction that you can't see. That's really interesting. Some of you may be getting a little impatient. And that could be that, you know, like I talked about with Temperance and the Knight of Wands, like finding that balance, like not feeling like, oh, well, it's never going to show up, and being upset, or, you know what I mean? Like feeling let down. It's like, just be patient. Just be patient. We are coming. All right, let's pull some advice and then we will wrap this up. All right. Well, we are wrapping this up with advice. All right. If this reading helped you at all, Pisces, if you would hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I'm here multiple times a week for Pisces. If you want to subscribe. Woo, I almost dropped all of those. Whew. All right, we've got the Loon. Pay attention to your dream time. Messages of guidance are drifting in. Yeah, I do feel like I said, like, your rescue is here. Your help is here. What you've asked for is here. And, like, don't get pessimistic. Don't be like, where is it? Like, you're getting messages. And it's very important to listen. Some of you need to have like a dream journal next to your bed. That would be super helpful. Something like that. Or if you want to start meditating. We have the Pelican. Choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. That's very important. And then we have the Bluebird. You are being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. Yes, you are. I've been talking about a gift from the universe through this whole reading. Definitely. And I love gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. What more can you ask for? Happiness and peace. Those are my like two favorite things. All right. That is what I have for you, Pisces. I'm sending you lots of love. I am wishing you all the best. Until next time. Bye.